You're not tired. Stop lying. You're bored. You're uninspired. You're living a life so small, so predictable, so meaningless that your soul is shutting down to protect itself from the torture of another identical day. That's not fatigue. That's your spirit suffocating. You sleep 8 hours and wake up exhausted. You take weekends off and feel drained. You go on vacation and come back needing another vacation, and you call it tired. But tired people rest and feel better. You rest and feel nothing. Because rest doesn't fix boredom. Rest doesn't cure meaninglessness. Rest doesn't heal a wasted life. You know what's truly exhausting? Doing things that don't matter. You know what drains you? Living without purpose. You know what makes you want to sleep all day? A life that gives you no reason to wake up. You're not tired from doing too much. You're tired from doing too little that matters. Look at your life. Really look at it. When was the last time you were excited to wake up? When was the last time you felt alive doing your daily routine? When was the last time you went to bed thinking, I can't wait for tomorrow? You can't remember, can you? Because you're not living, you're existing. And existence is exhausting. But here's what's wild. Give that same tired person an opportunity they care about, a challenge that excites them, a purpose that matters, and watch the energy appear. Watch them stay up late working on it. Watch them wake up early thinking about it. Watch them find strength they swore they didn't have. Because they were never tired. They were just bored out of their mind. You ever notice how you have energy for the things you actually want to do? Too tired for the gym, but full of energy to go out? Too tired to work on your dreams, but wide awake scrolling for 3 hours? Too tired to build something, but energized watching someone else build? That's not selective fatigue. That's selective caring. And you don't care about most of what you're doing. Your job bores you. Your routine numbs you. Your life feels like a loop. Same conversations, same problems, same results, same disappointments, day after day after day. And you wonder why you're tired. You're not tired. You're dying of boredom and calling it exhaustion. The human spirit wasn't built for monotony. It wasn't built for small dreams and safe choices. It wasn't built to do the same meaningless tasks over and over until you retire and die. Your soul craves challenge. It craves growth. It craves purpose. And when it doesn't get it, it shuts down. It conserves energy. It goes into survival mode. It makes you feel tired, so you'll stop wasting its power on things that don't matter. That's why people truly engaged in their purpose don't complain about being tired. They're too busy being alive. That's why people chasing real dreams don't need motivation. The dream is the energy. That's why people with purpose don't hit snooze. They've got somewhere to be that actually matters. But you're tired. Always tired. Perpetually exhausted. Constantly drained. Not because you're doing too much, but because what you're doing isn't worth the energy it takes to do it. Your life is a treadmill going nowhere, and your body knows it. Your spirit knows it. That's why it's refusing to cooperate. You think the answer is rest, more sleep, another vacation, a mental health day. But you've tried that. You've rested. You've slept. You've taken breaks, and you're still tired. Because the problem isn't that you need rest. The problem is you need a reason to get up, a reason to push, a reason to care, a reason to be alive instead of just existing. Stop medicating boredom with rest. Stop treating meaninglessness with vacations. Stop trying to sleep your way out of a life that's putting you to sleep. Rest doesn't fix this. Purpose fixes this. Challenge fixes this. Doing something that actually matters fixes this. You want energy? Get a vision that excites you. You want to stop being tired? Start doing something worth being awake for. You want to feel alive? Stop living like you're already dead. Because here's the truth nobody wants to say: you're choosing this. You're choosing the boring job. You're choosing the safe life. You're choosing the comfortable routine. You're choosing to do things that don't inspire you, and then you're surprised when you feel uninspired. You're choosing small, and small is exhausting. Big dreams give you energy. Big challenges wake you up. Big purposes pull strength out of you that you didn't know existed. That's why people building empires don't complain about being tired. That's why people changing the world don't need coffee to function. That's why people on a mission don't struggle to get out of bed. The mission is the caffeine. The purpose is the alarm clock. The dream is the energy drink. But you don't have a mission. You have a routine. You don't have a purpose. You have a paycheck. You don't have a dream. You have a to-do list, and you're wondering why you're exhausted. So stop calling it tired. Call it what it is: bored, uninspired, unfulfilled, living below your potential, wasting your life on things that don't matter, existing instead of living. That's what's draining you, not the work, the meaninglessness of it. You've got one life, one chance, one shot to do something that matters, and you're spending it on autopilot, going through motions, checking boxes, doing what you're supposed to do instead of what you were born to do, and you're calling the emptiness tired. Wake up, not from sleep, from the coma you call a life. Wake up to the fact that you're capable of more, that you were built for more, that there's a version of your life that would make you feel so alive you wouldn't recognize yourself. Find something worth being awake for. Build something worth your energy. Chase something worth your effort. Create something worth your time. Because until you do, you're going to keep being tired, and it's not going to get better with rest. The cure for your exhaustion isn't in your bed, it's in your purpose. The answer to your fatigue isn't another nap. It's a real reason to be awake. The solution to your constant tiredness isn't more sleep, it's more life. Stop resting. Start living. Stop sleeping through your existence. Start building something worth waking up for. Stop being tired of a life that bores you. Start being energized by a life that excites you. You're not tired. You're bored. And the only cure for boredom is to finally start living like you mean it. To finally start chasing something that matters. To finally start building a life that's worth the energy it takes to live it. So get up. Not because you're well rested, but because you finally found something worth being awake for. Get moving. Not because you have energy, but because you're creating energy by doing something that matters. Get after it. Not because you feel like it, but because you're finally done feeling nothing. You're not tired. You never were. You were just waiting for a reason. Now go find one. And watch the exhaustion disappear when you finally start living a life worth being awake for.